Come on, sing again. Say a repetitive joke from your last 17 years of streaming.
Oh no!
Say would you like some balls?
Shit.
Oh well. On to the next. What's the next funny joke? I don't have regurgitated commentary. I don't make jokes to fill dead air. I don't sing to fill dead air. These are real DSP quotes. What the fuck is he doing tonight? I forgot how to lockpick. It's the first lockpick of the game. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How it's the first lockpick in the game. And his cope for not immediately figuring it out is that he forgot. You don't have to remember how to do it. It's the first one in the game. And also I want to point out, if you went out of your way and looked at him play Oblivion the first time, if you looked at him play Oblivion the second time, he was always bad at lockpicking. Always.
Fucking degenerate.
Hey, what's up, guys? Before I get started, I want to what the recording's really going to be about. I want to talk about more synchronicity stuff real quick. Well, I think it was yesterday I made a community post about the book, The K, C-A-Y, The K. It's like that book is kind of targeted towards maybe like middle schoolers, like young teenagers. It's easy read. I read that book back when I was about maybe 13 or 14, and I remember liking it, but I couldn't remember the name. I had to look it up. I had to like describe it in Google, and Google found what the book was called. But the thing that got my attention, and I think that got my attention about it, obviously, is the black man holding the cat on the cover. And I was like, holy shit, there's a cat in this. I completely forgot about that. And I was like, that's fucking weird, right? So I ended up watching the movie, and it's not really a full-length movie. It's like 55 minutes or something, and technically that's not a full-length film. So I think that would be more akin to like a made-for-TV kind of short, right? It's not really considered a movie, but it's I mean, it's close enough. But the cat in the movie, and I've been talking about cats a whole lot lately, especially the cat and Jesus thing, where, you know, I made AI generated images of Jesus holding a cat and feeding cats and all that. I've talked about that a few times already. And the one specific scene in the new motion picture, The King of Kings, that CGI movie where Jesus is holding a cat in that very specific way. So the cover of the book is this black man, this old black man, who just happened to be played by James Earl Jones, by the way. So that was fucking weird. Also, like, the guy who plays Timothy, his name is Timothy, the black man. He's played by Timothy in the movie. He's played by Timothy. He's played by James Earl Jones in the movie. So that was fucking strange. Also, the Darth Vader kind of weird shit. Really deep voiced, you know, guy. It was weird. I could tell he had a good time with that role. Like, he was hamming it up, man. He hammed it the fuck up for that role. I recommend that movie, man, just because how strange it is. But I guess I can go over the movie really quick. I made a GIF of the one little scene where the cat is running on the island, and he gets attacked by a snake, and the snake misses him, right? So I've been dealing with the 88 synchronicity a whole lot lately, and to me, I think that's what the 88 kind of symbolizes. You know, I've talked about Mao versus a Pep a few times. Mao being the avatar of Ra, the sun god, and a Pep being the serpent, also known as Apophis. Takes the form of a serpent, and Mao and a Pep are in, you know, a daily battle, like a constant battle. So the Egyptians have, their mythology kind of revolves around a cat deity who fights a snake, and that was in the movie, you know? So just weird shit like that. And the cat didn't fight the snake in the movie or anything. It was just kind of brief. But it was a gray tabby. That's the weird part about it. It was one of those gray tabbies that have the M on its forehead, or not the M, but the scarab on its forehead. So it's just strangeness, you know, because a lot of times these movies use the kind of cats that are easier to deal with, the cat breeds that are easier to deal with, the tabby cats, right? That would be the gray tabbies are easy to deal with, but usually if you ever see cats in films, it's usually an orange tabby, because they're just chill. They're just easy to deal with for the most part, right? There's going to be exceptions. So I just want to talk about that real quick. Weird synchronicity, just more strangeness, to pile on top of the strangeness that's been going on already. And Kirk brought up Oblivion, and he feels like that's a sync because apparently I talked about it recently in probably one of his comments section. I don't really remember. I probably brought up Oblivion when he was talking about Morrowind in one of his comments, right? One of his comment sections, one of his videos. But I don't remember. Like, I tried looking it up. I went through a few of his videos just to see, maybe I mentioned something like that, but I don't think I did. I might have. All right, but before I get into that, so it's going to be one of those recordings, guys, where I'm eating. So I'm on lunch. I was actually going to wait to do this recording until I picked up my daughter from school, but I was like, you know what, I'm on lunch. Kirk's video is still fresh in my head, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. But first, I want to talk about another weird sync. So I was working out grocery earlier. I was working out the groceries earlier, like the grocery section in our stock room. And I came across some pickles. And I thought to myself, pickles are really good when they're frozen or really, really cold. Like, you put them in the freezer for like an hour or two. They come out super good. They're fresh. They just, frozen pickles taste amazing, okay? And I got around to thinking, where did I get that from? It's like, oh yeah, this girl I used to work with is a black girl. Her name was Erica. And I was like, oh yeah, Erica really liked frozen pickles. We used to buy a jar and cut them, not cut them in half, but split them and share them, and after getting them out of the freezer, we'd split the bill or whatever. And I remember that about her, so I thought about her. I was like, oh yeah, Erica, I kind of miss her. She was cool to work with, cool girl. So like 30 minutes later, I get a call. Shift lead, you got a call on 101. So I went to go pick it up, and lo and behold, guess who's on the phone? It's Erica, and I haven't spoken to her in like probably 4 or 5 years. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't say holy shit, but it's holy crap, Erica. It's so cool to hear your voice, because I was literally just thinking about you like 30 minutes ago. And she's like, are you serious? Anyways, turns out she was looking for a job. I was like, look, you can talk to my store manager. I think we might be hiring for cashiers right now, but so we talked for a little bit, and I let my manager talk to her for a while and all that. But it was just super weird. It was just really strange. And I had forgot about the pickle thing, to be honest, because I think it was about a week ago I thought of her. So when I told her I was thinking about her, I was actually referring to like the week before, where her name popped up in my head. But today, I thought of the pickle thing, and I was like, holy shit. And Erica ended up calling. I was like, what the fuck? It's so bizarre, dude. Like, synchronicity with me. Oh shit. I'm gonna take a picture of this. My fucking, what's it called? My mileage counter is 88,000 miles on the dime. Oh, here we go. So to me, the 88's the serpent, It's kind of weird. Y'all could disagree with me if you want. That's what the 88 means to me now. It's been happening so often. The 88, really, really hard to ignore, because it's so prevalent. Man, I don't have napkins. Yeah, I do. They're in my back seat. Fuck. Oh well. So Kirk's video. So I gotta get to my Discord notes for this. So he talked about Oblivion, the remake or the remaster, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't know much about it. Off topic for a second. Fucking 4chan's down for like the past week. I think it's been about a week, 8 days or something like that. 4chan's been down, and 4chan is like, has been my staple go-to kind of website on a daily for shit. I want to say 2005. So the past 20 years, I've been one of them 4chan people. One of them people you hear about, the infamous Anon. So I get my news, quote unquote, from 4chan. regarding video games. I just hang out on their video game board for the most part. So I haven't heard much about when it comes to Oblivion, like if it's AI upscaled or has any AI voice or has any AI generated stuff in it or anything like that. I don't know much about it. I just heard about it literally yesterday around 5 p.m. a few hours before I went to bed. And I almost bought it. I almost bought it on a whim. And the only thing stopping me from buying it was the fact that it's 125 gigabytes. And I got the hard drive space for it. And that didn't bother me, but the thing is, we're staying with my mother-in-law right now, so our internet is shit. Like really bad, like 30 megabytes a second or something like that, like something ridiculously slow. And what's funny that 10 years ago that would have been a crazy speed. All right, to go over my comment, well, not my comment. I was actually in the middle of typing a comment out to Kirk or a response. I ended up not posting it because I was like, you know what? I'll just do a spoken audio thing, kind of read off what I put. So I'm looking at my Discord notes right now. So read off what I put here. So when it comes to me in Oblivion, I tend to reinstall it every other year. Play it for 20 hours, 30, 40 hours, and then put it down. I've never beaten it. I've never beaten Oblivion. I don't know, it's not, I got nothing against the game, it's just, I lose interest after like 30-ish hours, 40-ish hours, almost every time. So, I probably got over 100 hours on it, like clocked in total on Steam, but I never finish it because it's just, I just lose interest after, you know, after a few dozen hours. So, but I like the game a lot. Like when I pick it up and play it after giving it a break for a while, it becomes kind of fresh. And I like it. I really like the atmosphere. It's like a single player MMO, kind of, you know, if you want to think of it that way. So the remaster shadow drop-in, I think that's the right term, right? I said the remaster shadow drop-in caught me off guard as well. I saw the trailer and suddenly it was available on Steam, which was crazy marketing. Basically meaning there was no marketing. They just had the trailer basically dropped it the same day, right? From what I understand, Nintendo did the same thing when Metroid Prime released. And Metroid Prime was a game that I bought day one because of that. The Metroid Prime remaster just came out of nowhere. And I love that fucking game. I think it's like one of the best games ever. Like that's probably my top 20, like easily my top 20 when it comes to video games. Keep reading. I ended up buying that day one on a whim, and I ended up really liking it. I almost got Oblivion last night, and the only thing keeping me from doing it was the 125 gigabyte download. That's what I just got through saying. Living with my mother-in-law, I just got through saying that. But I'm probably gonna wait to get it, or I might not get it at all. I might just reinstall the regular version. We'll see. It's got DEI bullshit in it, like the what's it called? Yeah, body type 1 and 2. I wrote that down as well. Part of the censoring, or I don't know if that's really censoring. That's more akin to just, you know, DEI nonsense, the fucking BlackRock bullshit. And I don't, that stuff like that leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it's really hard to ignore it when these creepy assholes are just so in your face about it by changing the genders to body type 1 and 2. They did that for the last Monster Hunter game as well. And I think they also did that for Dragon Warrior 3, that HD remaster I talked about. So it's gonna be in everything now, because I don't know, they're just so afraid of offending these weirdos. The people that aren't even buying their video games, you know, like these people, you're not even getting your money from these people, and you're basically bowing down and taking the knee to them, taking the knee for them, or however it's put. Oh yeah, I watched Darkside Phil kind of fumble through it, and I didn't actually watch a stream. I watched Tevin talk about him for a little bit. He just fumbled around in the tutorial area for like 30 minutes, and then I had to go to bed. But he was from what little he played, I mean, it seemed okay. It looked fucking weird, like Kirk said, like it looks strange in a sense where it's like the little dialogue thing when you talk to an NPC and it zooms in and all that is fucking weird. And Kirk had mentioned that Starfield did that, and I completely, and I mean completely forgot about that fucking game. You want to talk about a game that was just not on my radar at all? Starfield would be it. And the only reason I kind of remember it is because there's Garfield memes about Starfield that I thought were really funny back when it first came out. But I was like, I think my buddy played it. I have a buddy from Texas named Dave. I think Dave played it. He liked it. I mean, he's kind of a normie when it comes to video games a little bit. He's very on the frequency, on the download. Not so much for the DEI shit, but when something new comes out, right? Like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever, which is another game that wasn't on my radar at all, just because of the DEI shit. It's like, dude, it's like, that stuff is just so off-putting to me. The way it's just being forced down everybody's throats when it comes to like Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield and now this Oblivion remaster. It's like, y'all aren't getting my money, that's for fucking sure. And if I'm not gonna, and if I do play your fucking game, I'm gonna pirate it. Like I'm not giving y'all the dime. Like just legit. Like that's just the way it's gonna be. But anyway, Starfield. When Kirk said that word, I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about that. Jesus Christ. But I heard it was like weird. It had like weird nuances to it as well. Kind of like this new Oblivion is. I'm probably gonna look at more gameplay. Maybe I'll watch Phil. You know, me and Phil are buddies. Me and Philip Burnell are good friends, so I'll tune into his stream and watch him play for a little bit. And he's really the worst person you should be watching to get a grasp on any game. But I already know he's bad at games, so I can go into it, you know, without a problem, really. Like I said, I still might get it. $50. I mean, I was expecting it to be 80, but that's just the way the world is working right now. But $50, yeah. I spend that, you know, going out to El Paso from getting some fucking food for the family sometimes. So it's like, damn. I haven't bought a game in a while either, so maybe I don't know, maybe I'll still get it, who knows. Anyway, I'm gonna cut off the recording here and I'll record more later. Take it easy. What's up, guys? This is part 2. It's raining because I'm about to go get my daughter from school. It's raining, so I'm probably gonna have to speak up. We'll see how it goes. So to get back into it, let's get in the rain first and see how it sounds. God, it's kind of loud. Jesus. I think I'll be alright. I just gotta speak up a little bit. So to get back into this thing with Oblivion, going up the notes I left, it is pretty funny that I don't remember exactly what Kirk said, but he says something along the lines of like, everybody's so desperate, you know, despite the fact that there's literally thousands of games on the PSN network, you know, Sony's network, and Xbox Live or whatever the fuck, and Steam and GOG, you know, GOG, and all that stuff. Like, despite there being literally thousands of options for video games, like you can run I think it's called DOSBox, and you can like play old PC games from like the fucking 80s. Despite all that, you know, despite all the options, you got emulators, right? You got emulation. You can emulate these obscure, like, you know, PC 88 Japanese computer, whatever the hell. Like, despite all that, everybody is still, they're so desperate for like a new release. So Oblivion Remaster gets shadow dropped, right? Everybody goes fucking nuts. So Oblivion Remaster gets shadow dropped and the whole world goes crazy, right? The internet goes crazy. And a lot of y'all probably didn't hear about it because a lot of y'all, most of my subscribers aren't going to be gamers, right? So this is very limited to someone like me, someone like Kirk, who's listening to this, where it's like the internet went bananas over this Oblivion remaster release. It's concerning. So the internet goes crazy, right? And what I put in my Discord notes is kind of funny. I forgot I put this. I said everybody's willing to like suck the wine out of the rug, so to speak, where it's like they'd rather look for a crumb, right? Like Kirk said, he looking for a crumb of just like anything. Like they're even willing to put up with some kind of half-assed, and I don't know how half-assed it is, right? Because I haven't played it, but kind of soulless. Kirk referred to it as soulless, and yeah, dude, like I get it. A soulless cash grab remaster. Ain't no telling if they like the GTA trilogy remaster, like that fucking garbage fire, that trash bin fire that was the GTA trilogy remaster, where it's like they just send it off to Pakistan or some shit to get remastered and call it a day, and they just deal with the bugs afterwards. And Oblivion was a fucking mess to begin with, you know? Like you can, but really though, you can't really play vanilla Oblivion, right? You can't play Oblivion without mods. You could try and probably maybe get through it, right? Like I said, my frame of reference is a little limited because I haven't beat it, and I always play it with mods anyway. Like I always play it with the bug fix mods and all that shit that people recommend you do. So I don't really know how feasible it is to beat Oblivion without mods. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there who played it on Xbox or whatever, who beat it without mods, because you don't really have a choice when it comes to console, right? So I don't know, like the point of my comment, or the point of what I'm saying is like it is tangibly related, where it's like nobody's willing, they're able but unwilling to get out of their comfort zone, right? And I'm like that too. Like right now, this sounds a little nutty, but I got 2, maybe 3 if you want to stretch it out to this, but I'm playing 3 versions of Secret of Mana right now. Like, and I know it sounds stupid as fuck, but Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo, I'm playing the Turbo, how could I call it? It's a ROM hack, so I just call it a ROM hack. So it's a ROM hack for Secret of Mana called Turbo. It's just called Turbo, Secret of Mana Turbo. And so I'm playing that, which turns it more into an action game rather than a turn-based RPG. That it's kind of is. It's like a pseudo turn-based RPG. In case you don't know what Secret of Mana is, it's the Seiken Densetsu series, the second game in the series. And I'm playing a modded version of that. You can call it a mod, right? Because it's basically a mod. It's not really a ROM hack. It is, but it isn't. It's a mod in the sense where you actually, when you download the UI, when you download the program, to patch the ROM, it's actually like a separate program with its own UI and interface and all that. And you kind of pick and choose what you want to install or what you want to overwrite the ROM with. So it's more of I would call it more of a mod than a ROM hack. And I don't even know if that's technically correct. It don't really matter, but to call it a ROM hack is weird. But anyway, so I'm playing that. I'm playing Secret of Mana Turbo. I'm going to get through that. And I'm also playing Secret of Mana Remake, which I think came back in 2017. The remaster, quote unquote. And I'm playing that at the same time. And I downloaded the Android version of Secret of Mana because I wanted to try it. because I have my little, I got a little handheld device called the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, and it runs on Android, so I can run the Secret of Mana Android version on that, and I wanted to try it out. It was like, I think it was $7. So you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna see if it runs. If it doesn't run, I'll just refund it, because I know Google Play is pretty lenient when it comes to refunds. So I was like, I'll just refund it if I don't like it, and it runs fine. I played it for like 2 hours. It ran great, and it looks a little tiny bit better than the Super Nintendo version. In some places, it's a little rougher on the edges, but it works with the gamepad and everything, so it's cool. I was like, oh, okay, I'll play this too. So I'm playing 3 versions of Secret of Mana right now. Like I said, which sounds fucking nutty, but that's what I've been spending my free time with, and you can argue that it's a waste of time, but you know what? It's not a waste of time to me because I'm having fun. But anyway, I'm probably going to finish the Turbo version first, and then I'm going to move on to the remake. But anyway, I'm saying this because I'm talking about people in their comfort zones, right? I'm saying, like, even me, like, I have an issue with coming out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still playing this fucking game from like 30 years ago that I have a lot of nostalgia for. You know, me and my best buddy Tony were playing back in the day. We double teamed that game and beat it, and I have nostalgia for that. So like, I'm kind of reliving that, and I like the game. It's a good game. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So it's a good game on its own, even as a single player game. So I'm having a good time. I don't remember a lot about it after a certain point. So it's kind of interesting to see what happens in the game after being on like a hiatus for so long, you know? But that's what's been going on with me. And like I said, and just to drive the point home of, I'm not coming out of my comfort zone. And that's just the way people are, right? They do what's familiar. Bethesda games tend to kind of play the same, if you know what I mean. So a lot of people kind of gravitate towards that Skyrim, you know, Oblivion interface, like Starfield and all that. So it's like a comfort zone for them. And as soon as like Oblivion comes out, it's like, holy shit, I want to play that. Or maybe people that never played it before are like, oh, it's like Skyrim, only with these different kinds of swords. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people say Fallout is just Oblivion with guns and all that. So it's like, oh, Oblivion is like Fallout with swords. It's stupid, okay? It's a dumb joke. But that's just the way people's brains work, you know? Oh, hey, that person's got a Darth Vader sticker. Speaking of James Earl Jones, they got a Darth Vader sticker in the back of their car. Wow. Fucking stupid. But like I said, in my little notes, I just said, yeah, that's pretty much, I think that pretty much covers that. Let me pump some gas and I'll talk some more. Testing, yep. Alright, to get back into it, just to comment real quick about what Kirk was talking about World of Warcraft. Talking about the way he was kind of leading that person, that undead chick, around. Kind of like a tour guide, you know? And how amazing, kind of how the zone, like your first time, the first time being in these zones is always amazing, you know? Because I'm one of those people too where it's like, I like exploring new zones and stuff like that whenever I play a game, especially an MMORPG. I have a lot of, a game I really like doing that in was a game called, when I played Final Fantasy 11 back in, 2004? Yeah, 2004. From like 2004 to I want to say 2003 to 2005 when I played Final Fantasy 11 as a young adult. Exploring in that game, like the zones in that game were amazing. So it was always cool to explore in a game like that, and just any game like that really, like even a game like Oblivion or even Skyrim. The only game I didn't get that kind of urge or nostalgia for was when I played Final Fantasy 14. I mean, the zones in that game were cool, but you weren't really given an incentive to explore. Like, it wasn't that interesting, in my opinion. But to what Kirk was saying, where it's like these zones or these areas in the game have interesting lore to them, right? Like, it's interesting to find out what happened in a place like Thousand Needles, right? And, you know, the developers or whoever, the story writers, the people who design the zones, they just copy real life, right? Because real life is the best reference. As an artist, like, you reference real life in order to make your fantasy world seem alive. You're gonna reference real life stuff, IRL stuff, you know? So, with that said, I don't know if Kirk, talking to Kirk directly, I don't know if you played during Cataclysm, but, you know, they destroyed all those zones for the sake of their dumb story. I think was it Blackwing? I think it was Blackwing, or just one of those fucking characters. You know, goes around and destroys the whole world or whatever, causes earthquakes and all that bullshit. And the thing that stuck out to me about Thousand Needles is that it was flooded. Like, it's just completely flooded. I think it was taken over after that by the goblins, the goblin race, and they turned it into like a raceway, like a water raceway or something. So, if you want nostalgia for that, you have to either play on a private server or play vanilla, like subscribe to their other bullshit where they let you play the vanilla game, and they're slowly releasing the expansions to that. Like Burning Crusade came out. I think Mr. Pandaria Classic is coming out soon. It's so fucking stupid. They're just re-releasing the same shit, and it's like it's a huge callback to what's going on with Oblivion. You know, like how I put it. Like, I think it's a very good way of putting it, where everyone's so willing to just slurp up the wine out of the rug. You know, like the crumbs, the leftovers that these fucking soulless ass companies like Activision Blizzard or whatever it's called now, it's just so devoid of soul, like devoid of talent. And I hesitate to even say that, because I know these motherfuckers that develop these games, like, they got talent, but they're so cucked, you know? They're so cucked into this modern world, you know what I mean? Like, where they're not even allowed to think for themselves. Like, for instance, the way they censored the /silly emote in WoW, where they censored some of the, I think it's the human male jokes, where it's a joke about, it's a racial joke about orcs, and I think it goes something along the lines of a guy walks into a bar with a parrot on his shoulder, and the barkeep goes, "Hey, where'd you get that?" Or how does it go? Oh, no, it's an orc. An orc walks into a bar, and the bartender asks, "Hey, where'd you get that?" Comes in with a parrot on his shoulder. I'm doing a horrible job at telling this joke. And the parrot goes, "Duratar, they got them everywhere." And it's a play on a racial joke about blacks, okay? About black people, okay? So replace the word orc for a black person, you know? The N-word, you can say the N-word. Just say the N-word. With a hard ER. I'm just gonna turn on my car. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, the developers are absolute fucking cuckolds and they're not even allowed. I'll move my mic. They're not even allowed to make the jokes they want, or let's say, I'm a huge fan of, me personally, I'm a huge fan of provocative kind of outfits, like bikini armor and all that. Like, I just like that kind of stuff, okay? I'm a warm-blooded male. I go out of my way to find equipment like that in every game I play, if I can get away with it. They haven't in the retail version of WoW. They haven't censored outfits, as far as I know. Like recently, which was kind of shocking, they have this thing called the trading post where you can earn points by doing quests and all this other bullshit. They got this. They got like a list of achievements you can get and earn points at the trading post, and then you can trade your points in to get other shit that comes out monthly. It changes every month. Okay, I think it was 2 months ago. They had Sylvanas' old outfit, which is the one that they actually censored, which is fucking weird in my opinion that they released it this way. So you could buy the Sylvanas, her like little bikini outfit, her little bikini armor outfit, for so many points. I think it was like 800 points or something. So I ended up getting it. I had the points for it. I got it. And to me that was weird because it shows like it bears a midriff and all that. It's very sexy for today's world, which was weird. It's like, oh, okay, that's kind of strange that to me that they actually let that fly. It's little things like that where it's like maybe there's a tiny kickback, but I don't know. Maybe they're only allowed a certain amount of lewd kind of equipment that they can put in their game, or a lewd reference or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. So, but they actually offered, I think you get 2 versions of the Sylvanas outfit. The one that bears the midriff and the other one that was censored, that they ended up censoring. Like, if y'all don't know who a Sylvanas Windrunner is, she's like a undead highborn, undead elf chick. And she turns in the story, she turns into a banshee. This dude turns into a banshee. I'm not getting into the details because the details are stupid, but she gets turned into a banshee. She gets back in her body for some reason. I don't remember the details. I read the books, and I still don't remember how it went down. But and in the game, like she went through a few redesigns. Like at first, she looked like a regular night elf, the regular night elf model. Like she would do a little bouncy animation and everything, the idle animation, when you would talk to her in Undead City. And then they remodeled her. And she had like a sexy like archer bikini armor going on, you know, with the thigh-high leggings and all that. She looked really cool. Okay, I love that outfit. Maybe I'll show a picture of it here. But so like a few years later, I don't remember exactly when. I want to say maybe when would this have been? Probably maybe 2015, 2014, maybe. Around that time, they ended up censoring her. And the story behind it is that one of the lead developers, I forget his name, I think his name is Metzen. I might be getting that wrong, but Metzen basically said his daughter, like his 8-year-old, 9-year-old daughter, asked why Sylvanas is wearing a bikini. And he gave this really fucking cucked ass response, like totally bitch response of, I don't even know, or something like that. Something stupid. Like, he can't even explain to his daughter. Like, the way I talk to my daughter. Like, I can explain to my daughter why my character is wearing, like, bikini outfit. Like, a kind of a sexy outfit. It's like, because that's the reason. Because it looks good. I'm a male. I like looking at pretty things. I like that kind of outfit on my character. And it's not just limited to what men want, right? Or what boys want, or what guys want. Other girls play dress up as well. I'm gonna give you a good example. My wife was really into the glamours in Final Fantasy XIV the way I was. So her and I spent a lot of time. Like 80-90% of our time in the game was farming glamours in dungeons together. And that's what we spent our time doing. And when we quit playing 14, guess what? She started playing games like Infinity Nikki, where The whole premise of the game is to make your character look cute or sexy, depending on your mood, right? She's got sexy outfits, she's got cute outfits, and that's me. That's what I like doing, okay? I like dressing up the girls in the game, all right? It's that simple. And Metzen, the mega cuck, could have easily explained this to his daughter, but people like that are so fucked in the head. Like, I say this to my daughter all the time, like, you'd be shocked at how many parents are actually afraid to talk to their children about anything at all. They can't even ask them how their day went at school, you know? Or how to deal with, I don't know, how to deal with a bully, or how to deal with your stupid little friends. Like, my daughter and I have to talk about, I have to recontextualize a lot of times what's going on between her teachers, what's going on with her classmates, and all that. And basically what I say on my channel is like, look, the teachers, stop thinking of them as teachers. Like, you give them the respect that's required because you're at school. You got to do what you're told, right? Just to get through the fucking day, okay? But you got to understand, these teachers are just fucking trashy adults, okay? They had fucked up childhoods. Their parents didn't raise them right, and here they are trying to teach children that don't even belong to them, right? They're just a bunch of fucking bunch of state employees, a bunch of civil servants, who we give our children to, and they basically terrorize our children for 8 hours a day. So I have to recontextualize that for her. Like, I'm not afraid to talk to my daughter about these things. So with that said, I'm not afraid to talk to my daughter about these sexy glamours I like to wear, or what they call transmogs, or whatever. And I'm like, look, it's not just guys being horny. It's chicks too, who are, maybe they're getting hot and bothered by it. I don't know. But they like that too. They like little outfits that bear the midriff and show the legs and all that. Sylvanas, like the old schools, not old school, but the remodel of Sylvanas, before they fucked it up, was like, yeah, like sexy banshee chick with a bow, and she's a badass. That's great. To me, that's like the perfect, not maybe like the perfect role model, but you get what I'm saying. It's like women, or the girls, young girls especially, get to see the badass, and I'm just gonna say it, half-naked elf chick with the bow going fucking crazy and just like slaughtering everybody, and that's badass, man. It's like He-Man, you know, like He-Man ain't wearing shit, dude, or Conan the Barbarian. It's the same fucking thing. It's a fantasy, guys. It's a fantasy. Let's relax. But Metzen, a little cuck-ass bitch, can't even contextualize it for her, because he don't even understand what's going on. He's like, I don't even know. It's like, yeah, I believe you. You have no clue what's going on. That's 1000% believable, dude. So, after he had this little incident with his daughter, he ended up censoring Sylvanas. They put like a weird texture over her midriff, and that was it. They gave her pants, and did she have pants before? No, she didn't. She didn't have pants. No, wait. Yeah. I'm saying it wrong. She had pants, but they're kind of low cut kind of thing where it was bearing her midriff. Like I said, I'll show pictures and everything. What I was thinking of is the fan art. I forget that fan art depicts her with like a bikini armor. But anyway, she had a top on that bared her midriff and her cleavage and all that. And after the little conversation with his daughter, they ended up putting some weird brown texture that doesn't even go with the outfit over her midriff. Like, they censored her midriff. They said no, you know, no navels allowed, or whatever the fuck they were doing back in the on television, you know, back in the I Dream of Jeannie days, where where I Dream of Jeannie wasn't allowed to show her navel, right? It's the same bullshit, man. Like, these liberals, these liberals and these like over conservative soccer moms are all they're the same fucking people, man. It's so stupid. Anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent because I think it is related. Like, when it comes to these artists, and they're just so pussy whooped, like bitch mode, like bitch boys. I don't know, dude. Just navigating this shit is becoming ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, I think that about covers what I wanted to talk about. It'll probably get brought up again because this censorship thing is starting to affect you know, all this all this censorship bullshit affects my hobbies, right? And I think I'm lucky in a way where it's like I know how to emulate old systems. I know how to pirate PC games, so it's like I can kind of do whatever I want in terms of entertainment and be okay. I don't have to cuck out $50 to play Oblivion, you know? And like I said, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And y'all just have to consider me a hypocrite, you know? I don't really care. If I feel like buying it, I will buy it. You know what I mean? But, shit, I think that's about covers what I wanted to say. Anyway, thanks, Kirk. Thanks a lot, Kirk, for the video. It was really interesting. Got me thinking about a lot of things. So, I think that about covers it. Y'all have a good day.
But he got to cope. We love coping. I'm coping right now. He did it. Maybe he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He broke all of his things, and now he want to reload. I think he want to save scum.
So stupidly, ridiculously hard in this game.
No.
Why can't it be easy?
He don't even know how to save scum. Like, what is he doing? I don't know what's going on. What happened? I don't know. It was confusing menuing. He's still doing it. He did it. He ran out. He didn't do it. He broke all of his lockpicks, so now he's gonna save scum. Thank you, man. It's really cool. Really cool. Loving the gameplay, Phil. Come on, start singing again. We're going deeper and he ran out again, and he saved scum again.
Why can't I just
he
go
can't
right
even
to the
save
load
scum
menu?
right.
What is this?
He can't even save scum correctly.
I'm in a different. There's too many menus now.
Too many menus in Oblivion Remaster. Yeah. Yeah. Look, bro, look at how bad this save state is. I'm gonna call it a save state. He's reloading with one lockpick and a rat up his butthole. Is that really what we want to load? Ah, man. He's soft-locking himself, obviously. He out. So he got 2 left. Debunked.
I can't do it. I still can't do it.
Yeah, this is not how you save scum.
Can't do it.
This is how you don't save scum.